Hey, what's up guys? Deadly here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to polish up some rocks. You should be able to get them real nice just like this for really cheap actually. So ideally when you're choosing a rock to polish up, what you're looking for, it's actually best to get a rock that's a little bit hard. This one here is some sort of like a pegmatite granite or something, I think. I actually have no idea what this is, but I chose it because it seems to be a little bit hard and there's a nice flat spot on it already, so I don't even need to cut it. And then this one's definitely another granite of some kind. This one doesn't have a flat spot, so I'm going to be showing you how to cut it on, this is a wet tile saw. I actually don't have any water in it today. You should use water, but do as I say, not as I do. I'm not going to be using water today. And then the only other tools you're really going to need, you just need a drill. I use a cordless drill. And then you need a set of these guys. I just got this off Amazon. It was pretty cheap from what I remember. Maybe under 20 bucks. And some water. And that's literally it. So a lot of guys will tell you when you go to cut up a rock like this, there's a certain way that you should cut it on your saw. And it'll give you like a better face to polish. I actually really don't even know what I'm doing, honestly. But you can kind of see here where my thumb is pointing. It looks like there's a huge crystal of, I don't know if that's like a plagioclase or something. I'm planning on trying to intersect that so that we get that in the face that we're going to polish up. But anybody who knows what they're doing, maybe just leave something in the comments. You might be able to teach me something today. And what I'm going to be doing on this saw, I'm going to lift this up a little bit, fire it up, pull it towards myself. Like I say, you should have water, but today I don't. Easy as that. Now that you get your rock cut, you just have to put this pad on your drill. You start off with the coarsest. This one's a 30 grit. And you work your way up. Quite a few pads in the set. I would recommend using each one for at least a little bit to get the best finish. All right. Now you just got to keep your rock moist. Keep the pad moist. And you're going to be doing a whole lot of this. Every so often, you see there's a little bit of a dry spot there starting to form. Just get it wet again. All right, now you can see after just a few seconds on the 30 grit, well, it actually does look pretty good, but that's just because it's wet. If it wasn't wet though, right now it wouldn't look that great. It slowly gets way better as you work your way up the grit. I'm not going to bore you though with me sanding every step of the way, but I'll try and show you a little picture here and there of how much better it's getting as we work our way through. So I let it dry off a little bit. This is at 100 grit. So you can see when it's dry, until you get a real high polish, it actually doesn't look that great. But it will get better and better and better until it is like a mirror finish. And this is us dry at about 1,000 grit. As you can see, we are starting to get somewhere. Still got a little way to go, but looking pretty good. This is dry at a 2,000 grit. Only got one step to go. You can see at 2,000 grit, we start getting to the point where you kind of get that wet look almost, even when it is dry. And there you go, guys. This is dry after the 3,000 grit. This one turned out beautifully. You can kind of see now what I was talking about earlier. This one crystal here, I cut across so that I could see how thick it was. And unintentionally, I cut this gigantic thing. Any rock hounds out there might be saying, Deadly, you have no idea what you're doing. This is not how you would cut a rock. And you're probably right. I really don't know. I'm completely self-taught, but hey, for 20 bucks, which is about all I invested in it, and a little bit of time down at the river with my kids picking up rocks, I think it looks pretty good. But again, any criticism or any advice is, well, I really want it, actually. This is a new hobby that I'm getting into, so any pointers you can give me, I am more than happy to hear them. And this is how that other one turned out. Also really good, I thought. The third one, I actually didn't even bother with it. I tried at first, but it's actually way softer than I thought it was. It was just going to end up being a mess. It might actually take a shine. I'm really not too sure, but I decided just not to bother with it at all. Where I live, actually, most of the rocks that we get around here are sedimentary rocks. You actually can get a sedimentary rock to take a bit of a shine. This one here, I think it's what they call a conglomerate. It's hard to tell in video, but oh yeah, right there. It took a little bit of a shine. And where's that other one? Here we go. This one I thought was really cool. It doesn't have, oh yeah, it has a bit of a shine. This is some sort of a sandstone, but as you can tell, it's got a lot of old seashells in it. These are all over the place where I'm from. There's also a lot of limestones. I think they're called coquina. It's basically just a limestone that's made completely of those seashells. I've never really tried to shine up a coquina. I'm not sure if you could or not, but maybe one of these days I'll have to give it a go. Yeah, some of these rocks, if you cut them just the right way, you end up with something just really beautiful. This is not one that I cut right now. It's one I cut earlier the year, but just slowly adding to my collection here. Well, that does it for this one, guys. Hopefully I was able to inspire a couple of you. Maybe now that you realize just how easy and inexpensive it is to get into polishing rocks like this. Not a bad little hobby to have on the side. Really, the process of cutting open a rock and getting it to a polish like this, once you have, that 20 bucks worth of tools, especially once you've done a few and you've gotten used to it, honestly, you can do it in like 10, 15 minutes. So it's really a piece of cake. Anyways, thanks for watching.